everybody, it's Chanchai. I'm just going to be doing a little bit of virtual fighter. I have got to go hang out with family a bit, so there's only going to be about 30, 45 minutes. But I thought I would join the Akai leagues, and it should be fun. Should be really, really fun. I'm having headaches with Steam, basically with Steam Deck syncing. I think it's basically having trouble connecting to my network, and it's like it's connecting, but then it's I don't know if it's running into firewall problems or whatnot, but it's causing problems with syncing. And this is also kind of a predecessor to what had caused me to lose like 50 hours of VF play data. So we'll see. Right now, I've got Akai Leagues running on my phone on Twitch, so you can follow Akai. But I hope everyone's doing real good. Hey Diesel, good to see you. Yeah, I'm gonna play the league just for one league because I got to go out with family. Family schedule kind of changed, so I might be able to do one or two leagues. But it should be a lot of fun. Today is 0315. Yeah. All right. And then yeah, I've been going through heck with actually, this is my weird costume. Let me change the costume to something a little. I need to change some of my costumes anyhow. I like this one. But yeah, good to be here. I have been wanting to play in the Saturday Akai League, but it's my family day, so Saturdays don't really work for me. So I did get to play one league, and I think I won every battle in that league. But so I do have one first place finish in the North America Steam Akai leagues, but that was the only time I was able to play. So this will be my second time. Hey Oof, good to see you. Hey, also Dizo, FC Racer, I'm really glad you guys are able to join the Saturday Akai leagues. It's awesome. Firebird's able to join. Awesome also. And Joe Wodo, very strong. J-Thor, of course, quite strong. FC Racer strong. Dizo. Matthew's got a very good pie. Firebird's got a nice owie. And we got Topaz weapon. So it's a really good group. I haven't fought Fugo in a while. So we got Fugo. Joe Wodo is a very strong player though. I really like playing them. I fought their pie with my Lao, and that was a blast. And then I fought their El Blaze with my Leon, and that was also a blast. We didn't have the best connections at the time, but I think our connection should be good now. But Joe Wodo is legit strong. I really enjoy fighting them a lot. So, yeah. I'm really glad to hear that Bugo has been leveling up fast. That's excellent. There's a lot of good stuff for Taka, so we need to get all the Takas playing stronger. Of course, Shadosha and Bushido are playing incredibly strong. So, good stuff. Right now, while we're waiting, I'm going to roll ads while we're waiting for the replay to get through. Oh no, Joe Wodo left. Okay. Let's see. Dang, I wish Joe Wodo could have hung in there. That's too bad. Joe Wodo is a good player. Very good player. Oh, good. He just reconnected. Good to have you, Joe Wodo. I'm really glad you're here. I do want to fight you quite a bit. Alright, so Kai says we got about 5 matches.
Ready, go!
So Bugo likes to use the speed to start off with, but again, it's Taka. Start your exertion with like EX slow or mid usually. You can use speed if you're anticipating people attacking, but by default you should be using mids more. But if you're using your high punch, yeah, that's because you're trying to out-hit somebody in the neutral. But if they're showing more patience, you should use a mid. If they're showing more patience, use a mid. Only if they have a tendency to mash, do you kind of start with like a high punch. That's my big advice. So my really big advice generally is that you want to use fast mids in general if they're playing even. If they're playing super aggressive, then you start using high punch because of speed, right? But if they out hit your your 6P, there you go. If they out hit your 6P, that means then that's where you switch to high punch. But if you're doing high punch before that, somebody mashing low punch is going to beat that, right? And your low punch is just as fast as your high punch. So low punch is a little more reasonable than going with high punch until certain things happen, right? High punch is really good. High punch is an incredibly good move. It's good because you want to apply pressure. So against somebody that's patient, you could use it if you're that sure they're going to high block. But if you're seeing them crouch a lot, then it needs to be like a mid or EX. You know, so that's just my tips there. Why that nuance? Why do we use a high punch versus an elbow versus a low punch? And the reason is that we just don't use high punches if they like to use low punch. We use high punches if they like to use slower attacks. We use high punches if they like to stay standing guard. Okay, those are why we use high punch. And if they're over aggressive, we use high punch. We use low punch in place of that in general when the pace is a little more even. We use elbows generally because we don't want to get crushed. So if we have advantage, we definitely use mids. And if it's neutral, mids are still pretty solid until they get interrupted. But whatever would interrupt your elbow is not a big deal. It's what comes after. That's the big deal. So you want to have that mindset of, okay, I can do this elbow. Even if they interrupt me, I can still respond to what they do when they interrupt me. High punch is really good. We just need to know exactly what we're doing with it. We do it for the other reasons for using high punch, because you want to get the +5 on normal hit, and especially because you want the +8 on counter hit. There are some frame tight options that are only there at the +8, and that might be why you're using a high punch. But you gotta think carefully about how you apply that in your match. So I hope that lecture made sense. I know it kind of added some detail as it went.
Round one. Ready, go!
Okay, our download speeds are going a bit faster, I think. Is it? Doesn't look like it. We should pause it, to be honest. I think we just have to admit we don't have, the Steam Deck is just not doing its thing. I'm going to charge it. So that would be quite the charge. I'm going to have to download while at my parents' house. I tried uninstalling VEVO from my Steam Deck so that the save wouldn't mess up. It still had cloud sync issues. So go figure. Go figure. I think the nature of the cloud sync issue was really the connection that my Steam Deck. The Steam Deck Wi-Fi antenna is very interesting, and I think because it was in a dock earlier, and when it's in a dock, that actually locks it out of the Wi-Fi, which is good. That's a good feature. But I think it caused some weird issues. Oh no, we got red bar with Joe. I have had weird connection with Joe. The best connections I've had with Joe was when we played on emulator like a while back. Okay, good, yellow. Alright, let's see how it goes, because I do like fighting them. I think when I fought them on Revo though, I did think, either PSN or Revo, but I think it was Revo. The connection was a little weird, but it still was exciting matches, and you could still see this. You could still feel the skill of both players through the fight. Yeah, Bluebell doing very good here. They're a little over aggressive though, so you definitely want to like punish them for not hitting them. Alright, Firebird, I hope you're just reconnecting, because I really like Firebird too. I like their keep the Aoi army growing. She's in a good place right now, but keep it going. It's always good to have good Aoi representation. Alright, Matthew, let's see what you got. Matthew has been playing great, so it's good to see. I haven't watched him on Revo. Let's see how they play in Revo. Good. Catch it back throw. Alright. Those were a little more of a wishful type of attacks in neutral. meaning like they. The problem with using strings like that against Taka is very dangerous. Taka is a super heavyweight. Jeffrey and Wolf are heavyweights. When you fight against heavyweights, you have to be careful about the moves you use in neutral. If you're a lightweight, then you cannot, then you don't really win that much on empty strings in neutral. The heavyweights are going to out-hit you just on their basic, even just their basic attacks. So like even if they just did, their high punches do more damage than most people's jabs. So Taka has like a 12 damage. I think it's about 12 damage. Might be 11 or 12 damage. Yeah, 12. So basically what it is lightweight characters, like the ones that have 11 frame jabs, they have like 9 damage high punch. That's Leon, that's Pai, that's Kage, and that's Aileen. Then, almost all of the other casts have 10 damage high punch. And those are 12 frames. That said, Jeffrey and Wolf have 11 damage high punch, 12 frames. And Taka has 12 damage high punch, 12 frames. So in VF, just remember that when 2 attacks hit at the same time, the higher damage will win. That's the first check. So because of that, it's important to understand when you play as a lightweight character, string spamming works against a lot of characters, but not the heavyweights. It will get out hit by the heavyweights. And against Akira, because he has fast, high damage attacks, he just out hits a lot of people on neutral period just by doing dash and elbow, super dash and elbow. Hey, good to see you, Chisana. How are you doing? Today I'm only playing a little bit. I gotta go. I have a family day. My sister is in town, but her kids are doing a dancing competition in that city, and they just about finished now, but they're finishing up and they're gonna have lunch, and then we're gonna meet them after lunch. So I just have maybe less like an hour, 30 minutes to an hour left before I have to go do family stuff. So sadly, Saturday's it's a good thing that Saturday's my family day, but it means I don't get to do all the fun retro stuff that happens on Saturdays. I wish. So this will be my second ever Steam Akai League. My first time I did get first place and won all my matches, but that's all I got on record for the Steam North America Akai Leagues. Today will be my second league battle. But yeah. Yes, family time is always the highest priority. And I really am grateful that my family lets me do Akai Leagues with the podcasting segment on Sundays. That takes a lot of time out. It takes away our lunch, takes away afternoon going to the park. So, but I am happy doing the Akai Leagues on Sundays. No, it's on PSN, but I love playing on both. Alright, we got one more game after this? I should warm up. Let's warm up. Let's get a feel. Preparing. Okay. Alright, Matthew, let's do this. We're doing this as a warm up. Otherwise, I would let other people just kind of have their feel, but I haven't played on this, so let me make sure I'm getting a good feel for it.
Round 1.
Congratulations on the new PC setup. Very nice. Very nice. I like that. I love the Pai having that 12 frame to 3 people's face so good. That's really good.
Round 2. Ready, go!
I like that. Alright, we're just doing our warm-up stretches right now. Oh, that's so cool. Nice. Great. I like that, Abari. I like that. This throw choice totally got me. I like it. Matthew, you're doing awesome. Alright. Let's bring it in. Let's stuff this up then. really like their decisions there. For playing, if I give them the room to think, they do some really cool stuff.
Ready, go!
That was awesome mid. Awesome mid reversal. Nice, here's the combo. Very nice. Very good switch to back throw. I love it. Alright, like I said, if I give them room to think, they're going to do some very interesting choices. I really like it a lot. This is a great warm-up.
Ready, go!
Very good. This is Pi.
Knockout!
Alright, that was so much fun. Good warm-up, good luck, and have fun, everyone.
I want a serious fight!
Tiara, 6 p.m. block. It is Pi. It looks like Tiara. And Taka's. Taka's 6 p.m. block, -5, I think. Did my stream crash? Did my stream crash? No, it did not. Okay. It was just my browser crash. Hey God, good to see you. Hope you're doing really well.
Go!
Okay. We get the first one. Okay, good to hear that. I'm glad. I was like trying to fix the stream when I didn't realize that we had a replay going on. Alright, this is going to be a really good battle. Honestly, this Matthew is a perfect opponent for Diesel right now. Because Matthew's thoughtful plays. And Diesel is also very thoughtful, so this is good. Pai's going to disrupt with speed, but Jeffrey disrupts with power. You cannot discount the role of power, but that is why Pai wants to really control the frames pretty well, because then she can dictate on speed. But when the more things get open in neutral, then the heavy's ability to disrupt can be strong. Just like if Pai is too careless on evades and she's not picking safe options, she can get outplayed by a character like Jeffrey. Yeah, no, Tricky, I was wondering if Tricky was going to use, whether she was going to play Pi, which is the one I was thinking she was most likely to use. But I was also considering that she might use Kage or Jackie. But honestly, I think, I had seen her use Pi before. So I figured she was probably going to use Pi. I took it seriously on it. But I do think that, like, I think she's considering her options when there's news that the Japanese players are probably coming to combo breaker. Yeah, glad to hear about combo breaker, and also I'm glad that the Rise Cup's happening. I'm gonna roll out again really quick right now just to make sure matches should play better. Yeah, right now there is the Rise Cup happening, which is pretty awesome. This is the second Rise Cup. I'm really happy they're doing that tournament. There was a lot of crazy stuff that happened in the first tournament, but there was a lot of fun matches to watch. I really liked it. Alright, here we go, Bugal. Bugal's Taka doing really, really good in the warm-up, so I'm looking forward to this.
Round one. Ready, go!
Alright. was good match stuff. I like what Budo's doing. Good game, Budo. Their Taka is quite scary. They play with high activity, and so you have to be very careful. And I had a feeling that like I did have to kind of mash there because of the risk of being thrown out of the ring. Of course, I can just do back throw, but I felt like they were gonna likely try to throw me out of the ring, and so mashing was to just keep hitting them. I actually intended to do 1 PP earlier than that, but I got a low punch instead, so I'm like, okay, gotta make sure I get neutral before 1P. Oh, good game, Budo. Glad to see our connection's looking a little better with Joe. Good game. So, yeah, the thing with dealing with 2P is definitely guard and 6P right away. Right, guard and attack right away. Guard and 4P plus K is actually really good. So guard and then do 4P plus K, but right now that's a little tougher to do. You can even do guard, kick, and guard, right? You can even block a low punch and do kick and guard and confirm that. So block, kick and guard, and then if you see that you got the hit, punch to do the combo. Yeah. Keep it up though. Keep it up. You will start destroying people that low punch too much. You totally will. You're gonna get there. You're gonna have that skill. You're gonna have that skill. Taka has a lot of ways. He really does. I think 3P is what he's got a lot of moves. Anything that's 17 frames or faster. Yeah. And then also your neutral engagement, consider 6-6P. It's really good.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Very good. So if he did attack here, he would have been in a much better place.
Ready, go!
That was good. That was guaranteed. They got the counter hit. Nizo's playing very, very good. That's like Leon's power here. This basically can disrupt a lot of moves. Side kick's one of those things where if the hurt box is aligned properly, Leon's uppercut will work against it. It's been that way since VF2. But it's not just side kicks. It can do it to anything that moves the hurt box in an extreme way. So attacks, so it's like a shoulder kind of. And so attacks that can avoid having that trouble are more things like uppercuts. Knees, it's tricky. It can actually beat some knees. It's really hard to document what case works because in this game, Leon's uppercut, it cheats at very frame specific hurt box interactions. And so it's just too detailed to really list it. But it's not as much. In the past, it was worse. In the past, it would just win a lot of crazy situations. Before Final Showdown, in vanilla, it would win a lot of crazy situations. So it's one of those things. Yeah, Google says that yeah, they get away with murder with Taka 66P. People don't know to duck the high follow up, so I don't even really have to hit confirm it. Yeah. Yeah, but keep it up. You're playing so good. Google, your Taka's really good. Keep it up. We want more really good Takas, you know? And I like your Taka very much. And the way that you play has a lot of it can really catch a lot of things. It'll catch people that are evading but not confirming properly, and it'll really challenge the way people play even in neutral. Keep that up. But the low punch is going to be one of those things where just make use of the +5 you have when you block it. Um, just wait. Oh, Panda's in here. Awesome. Hey, Panda, here we go. This is awesome. Panda gives me hell all the time.
Round
It's going
one.
to be a lot of fun.
Ready, go! Knockout. Round two. Ready, go! Knockout.
Very good. 6-6P is always really, really good.
Round three. Ready, go!
That's it.
Knockout. Round four. Ready, go!
That's it.
Knockout.
Very nice. That was really, really
Round
good.
five. Ready, go! Knockout.
Oh, that was good. I thought I was going to get the jab. Good game, Panda. That was an excellent battle. I like that they canceled. They did the PKG, I think. It's really good because that they still won just on the P, but that was really good. Good game, Panda. That was an excellent battle. All right, who we got here? We're fighting against FC Racer. Excellent. This is a really good league battle. This is a lot of fun.
Round one. Ready, go! Knockout. Round two. Ready, go! Knockout. Round three. Ready, go! Knockout.
All right, good game. The lows were the Thanksgiving FC Racer, the hardest time. but not just mashing them, just putting them at the certain spots.
Train, eh?
But also, if they got hit by rising attack, if you get hit by Leon's low rising attack, that's a +3. And so at +3, Leon's uppercut is a 15 frame if he's crouched. If he's standing, his uppercut's 16 frames because it takes an extra frame to crouch. So from the low rising attack, if the low rising attack hits you, this is the incentive for Leon to use low rising attack, is so that uppercut becomes a mix-up option along with throw. And so if you get hit by low rising attack, you kind of want to do guard throw escape or evade guard throw escape. You could also fuzzy guard because it's -3, so you do down and guard into standing guard. That's a really strong thing to do if you get hit by rising attack. Alright, keep it up, Panda. Let's see if Panda can take this this league battle. I'm really happy that Panda's participating in Akai leagues on Saturdays. Alright, Joe, let's see how this goes. It's been a while. I always like fighting with Joe, though. We haven't fought much with both our Leons and our Brad stuff. I don't think we have ever. I think it's the first time.
Ready, go!
Good.
Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout!
Good game. That was a lot of fun. So our first battle is Leon versus Brad, but I really enjoyed it. Good game, Joe.
See? I thought I'm better.
Sorry, for some reason last night when I was at locals, my cough came back. I don't know what that's about, but suddenly I was coughing again. I think it feels like my throat's dry and allergy prone right now. Very different from the bronchitis I was dealing with, but very annoying, so I do need to keep my throat hydrated. Probably gonna have to drink like honey tea or something throughout the day, and that'll probably help. Are all of those lows or mids? I mixed it up quite a bit. I did a lot of mids against Joe, but I did do lows. I did do lows in certain spots. So I'm not sure which attack we're talking about. The attack that confused a lot of people is 1K. All right, Driz, let's do it. Let's see how your Akira is right now. I think we fought quite a bit in the past. I know a lot of people with names like Driz and Drizzy and Drex. Alright.
Excellent!
Alright, go.
Round 2.
So what you got, Driz?
Ready, go!
Now the good knee is -13, but you have to be. It's really hard to react to that thing.
Knockout. Round 3.
All right, just.
Ready, go. Knockout.
Very nice. Good game, guys. Good game.
Forgot to train, eh?
Leon's got good low-mid mix-up, but here's the thing about low-mid mix-up. If it's fast, you can evade it, right? The problem with low-mid mix-up, if it's fast, is usually you can evade them. Because you can evade both a low and a mid, right? Suddenly, that's not a guard problem, right? It's only a guard problem when it's like, yeah, when you're just doing high guard or low guard, right? But the problem with mid-low mix-up in this game is that it's vulnerable to evade. And then throwing will beat the evade. So when people do too much mid-low mix-up, this is like they need to kind of mix the half circulars and the circulars to make it more secure. So, yeah. All right. What is this? Remove the ban. Okay. I don't know how to remove that now. So the thing about this game, sometimes also if it's slow, if they're using a slow low, you get to buy and you get to counter hit launch them. So there's definitely a lot of different approaches towards defense in this game. Alright, that's one thing. Very good. Use the down attack.
Round 2. Ready, go.
Good. Very good.
My time is here. Knockout. Round 3. Ready, go. My time is here.
Good. I had to avoid the ring out threat.
Knockout.
Also, the thing about the lows, though, is that if you do successfully defend them, whether you guard them or you evade them, they're very vulnerable, right? They're super punishable, but you do have to go into the lab and practice punishing them, because Taka can punish either way, but with other characters, like if you do a knee, it might get a low float, so you have to change the combo that you do against lows. Also, lows are very crushable, so if somebody overuses low attacks, they are asking for some big damage when they get crushed. Yeah. What's best option after double evade? Would throws be worthwhile or a launcher? It depends on what you evade. It really depends. And when you evade it. So evading, the thing about evading is that the frames going into it affect the frames going out of the evade. So it's a very dynamic situation, and it really depends. Starting out, fast options. But once you know them, then yeah. hate it when that happens.
My time is here. Knockout.
Move my stick. It sucks when you get a...
Round 2.
Something about the inputting is a little different with rebound times, but that's okay. Everyone deals with it. I love the way Matthew's playing. So much good. It's really good.
Knockout.
That 3P plus K was really, really good. This is like what makes Pi very hard to approach, and it's good.
Ready, go. Ring out. Round 4. Ready, go.
All right, good game, Matthew. That was exciting.
See? I thought I'm better.
All right. All right, Panda takes first. That's awesome. Congratulations, Panda. You got it. That was an excellent league battle. And let's see. That was a really, really good league battle. I think I can do one more. And that was excellent. Congratulations, Panda. That was really good. Now, Panda is my local rival in Portland, but they are a really strong player. They just needed a lot more matchup experience with different matches. And I think with Revo, they're playing a lot more online. They're getting a lot more experience playing different characters. And they've always kind of needed that. And I'm glad that they're doing it. They're playing so much better these days, too. But they've been playing great for a long time. For a very long time. So, good job. Congratulations, Panda. I'm happy to take second. Joe, though, thank you very much. I'm glad that you took third. Really, really exciting battles.
Round 1. Ready, go.
Sorry to hear that, Diesel. I thought you played really well, though, but you are more even killed, so I don't know how your matches went. So I'll have to check the VOD to see how your matches went. Good game, Panda. No, Panda, you played amazing. That was a really awesome battle. Good discipline. And yeah, congratulations on taking first, Panda. I do, so I'll be honest, personally, at least once you're fully comfortable with the game, I do believe in training when you're tired, but that's when you really feel like you've got your options and everything down. I do think training when you're tired is actually good. I'm not, but I'm kind of unique in that thought, but I really believe in that a lot. So that's why you guys see me playing when I've just woken up, and especially in the Akai leagues on Sundays. And you see me play like when I'm feeling tired or when I'm feeling out of it. It can be frustrating, but for me it's just a problem-solving management experience. It's a lot of like, what are the problems I'm running into? How do I troubleshoot these? And so with that note, I am going to give a shout out to a guide that both Akai is heavily promotes, and I sometimes mention, which is Jin Kage's guide, which is questions for those of you who want to win. And then I think Shiopon has like a guide, like questions for those of you who cannot win. And these are basically troubleshooting guides that help you think through the process in a not linearly in a fight, but all the questions you should be answering in general when you play, so that you kind of know like, oh, this is what I need to do when this happens, or am I doing this? Am I doing this right? Am I doing that right? Is this like, am I not countering this thing? And it's a really good guide. Both of them are fantastic, and they're more about mindset. Drink more coffee or stay up all night. Don't do anything drastic and not for you in the morning. Uber Michi, virtualfighter.com is one, but I'll send the link right now. I'll try to send the link for that. Let me see. I'll have to find the link.
Ready, go!
So that's what you want to get you good at, is you want to watch your opponent's low punch and then respond to it when you block it like this, right? You want to get good at that, and you're not waiting for the hit. You're doing it like the moment you see that they're doing that low punch motion, because it's so telegraphed when they do a low punch. When you watch for it. Very good. There you go, Bruno. So see, sometimes Abari is the answer, right? Here's Abari is the answer right here.
Round two. Ready?
That's also why I don't like to talk about turrets in this game. I'm like, well, there's always a variety of options here.
Round three.
I see.
Ready, go!
It's not too advanced. It's actually very simple troubleshooting steps, but it goes into the functional parts, but it is the guide I put on the Discord. Alright. Good game, Bugo. Good game. But I get the feeling. I understand where you're coming from. These I do. So I won't push it too much more. Just letting you know that stuff. But I feel you. And I know this is your process too. I know this is your process. Okay, Chanchai, yes. I'll do this and then I'll take a break. I'll do this game, then I'll take a break.
Round one. Ready, go!
Nice. Nice. Very good.
Knockout.
Very good. There is a weakness to answer, but you don't need to worry about it until I do it.
Round two. Ready, go!
I always like their answers actually. My ears doing this thing. Good. That was good. The sweep was a really good response here. The sweep was a very good response there. I like that. Okay, here we go.
Ready, go!
Good. Punish. So they're going on crush. So this is what we do against crush, right? When we know that like they're going for crush, we do a lot of mids, right? Suddenly the mids change the pace of the game. And sometimes we do certain types.
Round four. Ready, go!
Very nice. Alright, go ahead and give this to them because I want to take a break. Very nice. Good game, Chanchai. Good game. So, generally, you do want to observe if your opponent is crushing you or not. It can be hard to tell when that happens, but if you're attentive to it, then you kind of switch your plan to using advantage to get mids and being very careful otherwise. Defending more. If they're playing crush, then it usually means you want to... Sometimes it means you can play super fast. That's one way, but I don't like that all the time because the high jab and the low jab are susceptible to crush, so you're playing into the crush game. So just get advantage, use a mid. It's very powerful against the crush game.
Ready, go!
And then sometimes space it out. If there's a way to space it out against their crush options, then spacing out is really good against crush play too. But you have to have, you need to already have some spacing to do that. So generally, the first resort is to go with mids when you have advantage, right? Because if they try to crush you, they're usually doing that from a disadvantage, or they're trying to do that as a Bari, and that's because you're using higher or low. And so mids are just powerful against crush. Then the other is to play keep away. So when do you do backdash? What is their crush threat? What is the range of it? And so will backdash beat it? And backdash will beat it a lot, actually. So yeah. So Uber Michi, I'm going to try to find that for you right now. I've sent it to a lot of people recently, so I'm going to go grab it from where I sent it to them. Okay, here we go. Uber Michi, here's the guy.
Round 3. Ready, go!
That is the Jin's guide. It's really, really good, and especially at the level everyone that's playing in the league right now, this is good for your level. For the level you're at, this is super good. It's good even at high level. For a beginner, it's a bit much, even though it's very simply written, very, very simply written. And for a beginner, it's still good too. It's just that it's more about troubleshooting your challenges when in matches. Hey Kusano, this game is a very humbling game. It really is, but a lot of times, during those times, don't read too much into the rank and win-loss too much. I mean, you keep stock of them, but they're not the real big measure. There are serious gains in your game. From the last time I fought you, I can see that your game is sharper, actually. It's just sorting things out, and it's a very comprehensive game. So it's a lot of different elements coming together. In this game, you know, a lot of other games, it's kind of simple to kind of move up until you get to the highest levels, right? It's kind of simple because it's do A, when A, do B, when B, do C. When you see this, do this. It's really, that's not a deep part of the game. And Virtua Fighter is very comprehensive from the start. So a lot of times, even when you're improving, there's going to be a period where your results go down. For me too. Because I'm trying to integrate how to use this new technique, where to use it, why not to use it in some places, why to use it in certain other places I didn't expect it to work. All these things are happening. And that's happening with like 10 techniques at the same time. So there are times where our results drop down, where our wins are dropping down, but we are getting better as a player because we're starting to integrate more things and we're getting a deeper perspective on what's happening. And these plateaus, like I said, it might be a win-loss plateau, it might be a plateau for results, it's not a plateau for growth. It's your mind is still processing it, your technique is getting more refined. And sometimes your technique gets refined in a way to where doing it the way you did before, where it was more sloppy, is going to get less results for now until your accuracy gets up. And that happens with a lot of techniques, right? I talk about ECD, but if you don't know what to do with the ECD, you're going to lose a lot while using it. And so part of the learning the ECD is you're going to lose a lot while applying it. And then you're going to start seeing how it wins. And then you start mastering these different situations. And then you start building in, oh, this is what I should do when this happens. So hey, I encourage you to hang in there, to have faith, because you do know, I do think you know you are growing as a player, but the results sometimes follow a little later, and sometimes they go down and then they go up. That's my advice, and that's coming from a lot of experience. But keep believing in yourself. I've seen you play. You have so much good stuff in your play, but I know, and I know we're used to getting results, especially if we jump from game to game, activity to activity. It's hard to stick to something when things get really, really tough. But but this is truly a great game. You will get rewarded in the long term, but also it's very interesting, and you will have fun with the different interactions in the game, especially if you look at them interaction by interaction. So, and I told you get it back and don't play ranked tilted, yeah. And you are getting better, you can tell. Yeah, they are so getting better. Kusana really is getting better. Like, I see it. I really, really see it. Now, is the rest of the field getting better too? They are, but it's not just because better or worse. It's just everybody is trying to get better. But Kusana, you really are improving. I can see it in your game. Yeah, that's also, so rank can definitely ruin the fun. That's kind of why you guys see me say, I'm not telling you guys not to play ranked, but you see that I'm always promoting doing leagues like this, and also not coming in here to stomp people. Come in here to learn. Come in here to get matchup experience. Come in here to try your technique and try to win in the process. But really, but also find sparring partners, find rivals, people that you do want to beat. Definitely take note of the people you enjoy fighting with. So, and build the experience more on your terms that way. That's my view, yeah. This is an exciting battle between Jimmy and Joe. Both of them very hyperactive players too. Hey, by the way, Kartari, it's so good to see you in here in my Twitch chat again. Thank you very much. I really enjoyed fighting your lead. I think we did chat before the last time in the league in one of the Tuesday sessions. So keep it up, and I like what I saw of your lead. I really do. So keep it up. I like a lot of choices that were made. You got to hear the commentary when we were sparring. And I wasn't trying to say that you were always crushing though. I was just more like, I'm dealing with crushing right now. This is how I'm gonna tell the stream about how to deal with crushing for that round. Spamming is all the advice I give you guys about block the spam, right, attack right away, except for high jump spam. That is the key, and that's not easy to do because you have to play the game on the speed that VF wants you to play, which is like buffering even on something so fast as a low punch, right? And that's not an easy thing to do. I make it look easy. It's not easy. It takes a lot of people a while to get sharp at that. And that's why I was like, the tip is that you're watching for them doing the low punch. You're not waiting for the low punch to touch your guard. You're just like, oh, I see a low punch, so I know what I'm gonna do the moment this thing touches my leg. You know, that's the trick. And you can guard low punches standing or crouching. I'm gonna hit the ads right now, then we'll be right back with the matches. Okay.
I won't lose. Round one. Ready, go!
That was so good. That was so good. All right. So I want to respond to what they said earlier. They said, thanks, I still have a long way to go. We all do, but you're doing fantastic. Keep it up. I like, a lot of these choices are so good. The choices of when to go circular versus not, it's really good. I might lose this. And look at how they choose to crush the low punch. If I go for low punch, I'm in deep trouble, right? It's so good. Choice to go for throw is so good right there. I'm so dead. This is so good. So it was an awesome match. Again, I'm going to highlight again. Card char is very strong at crushing. Crushing is not like this obvious thing that you always do. It's the specific reads they do. They have a tendency to do, if they feel like you're going to do low punch at a certain time, they're going to do 9p. And if they think you're going to evade at a certain time, they might do the circular, they might do a throw. And they have a very good, strong sense of when to do that. So whether it's conscious or subconscious, card char has very good reads. And they use Eileen's crushing ability to do that. It's very scary. If they do it with 9k a bit more, it'll be even more scary, but 9k can be used to whiff punish too. I have to be very careful against J-Thor. J-Thor though is doing great. This is the crazy thing, right? That one uncertainty got me right there. Again, J-Thor is also a person that likes to rush at the right moments. It's very scary. So right now I try not to give J-Thor time to think. Alright, good game J-Thor, good game. We do kind of pressure them with a lot of mid-low mix-up actually though. And the reason for the mid-low mix against J-Thor is because they do like to Abari or not Abari, right? They like to attack or defend. And so that's kind of applied. The mid-low mix-up is a little stronger against the wanting to attack more. So their tolerance for attacking right away means that throwing is very scary. Like throw mid mix-up is kind of scary against them until you can get them to defend. And sometimes you just can't get them to defend right away. So that's why I'll do the mid-low mix-up against them. The mid-low mix-up would get changed depending on how they defend certain stuff. If they either have a stronger situational, I know to high guard here or I know to low guard here. But it changes more when they start doing like evade or advanced movement like evade, crouch dash into low guard, something like that.
Round one.
All right, Bugal, here we go.
Go!
right now I'm trying to control some space against blue ball as well.
Round 2. Ready, go!
And then I'm choosing when I'm gonna go and attack. And then I also feel like their Okizemi tends to be a little slow. They don't have the meaty timing down, so I do feel like I'm gonna low punch some of them or uppercut some. Very nice. Elbow into throw is really good. Now that we have that, this is also why we have the instinct for low attacking. Very good. Very good.
Round 4. Ready, go!
That was a good choice. Oh, that's so good. Look, all doing fantastic. Very good. It wasn't rolled up, but it's okay. No, it wasn't rolled back. That was really, really good.
Ready, go!
That was an excellent battle, Bugal. Bugal, you played fantastic. That was a really good game. This cough sucks. Alright, thank you very much, Hugo. Hey, Hugo, it's going really, really good. I'm having a great time. The chat's been awesome in here. So this has been a really fun, I almost never get to play Saturday League, so I'm really happy I got to get 2 leagues in today. And Kusano, I really appreciate your response too, and that your honest processing of all this. Keep it up. You're fantastic. Now, mid attacks is super important against Akira. It does mean that like Akira's mid reversal is pretty good, only because mid attacks are the things that Akira like you have to kind of do against him. If you don't do the mid attack, if you go too much higher or low, he's got 4 PKG at a higher level. And then, but also the mids will keep him in check a bit. So. Very nice, Biz. Very good.
Round 3. Ready, go!
I'll give you advice on fuzzy in a bit. This is a trick because Leon's back turn kick is like 11 frames. Alright, so I wanted to become better with fuzzy. Did pro can do it after like they get hit by yes. So yeah, basically like you play John. Oh, Fable's not Kusama. Sorry, the purple got me. Okay, so Fable. When the more experience you get, the more you start realizing things like low punch or high punch hitting you and your vulnerability to it. And when you start embracing that you could get hit by that, you actually learn that even if you got hit by it, you could still fuzzy guard after it. And so when you're mentally prepared like that, it's not too bad, right? So at low level, you wouldn't want to do this, but at mid and high level, you start doing things like you do strings that have a vulnerability to low because it's a good string. But then when they low punch, you're like, okay, I'll just fuzzy guard right away if I get caught out by that. and you shouldn't try to do it so much, but it's one of those things where you get good at just being comfortable doing it. So against the AI, it's actually pretty good to practice that. Doing strings like that have vulnerabilities to low punch, then you just kind of fuzzy guard when you see the low punch coming. But my advice for fuzzy guard is start with the easiest situations that are common. So here are the easy situations that are common. If your character's got like an elbow class attack, a 14 frame mid that's -4 or -5 on block, you do it there. You go like, okay, I do my elbow, up, they guarded it, I'll crouch dash into standing guard, fuzzy guard. That's number one. Two, whenever your low punch gets blocked, you can also do a fuzzy guard there. It's not necessary, but it doesn't hurt, and it helps just get you used to doing fuzzy guard motion. Number three, when you do something that's punishable and the opponent punishes you with PK, you can fuzzy guard just during the PK. And it's not that hard to train, but it takes maybe 1 or 2 months of actively working on this, but then you'll get it. And you'll start fuzzy guarding whenever people PK punish you. And because that's a very common situation. All right, Topaz, here we go. Topaz was very scary.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Very good. Very good.
Knockout.
This one surprises people that he moves forward.
Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout.
Good game, Topaz weapon. Yeah, it's 3-3 and then standing guard. So 3-3-5G. 3-3-5G. You want to get used to seeing your character do the head bob. The moment you do the head bob, you can do the standing guard. So once you see the head drop down, then you can do standing guard. So it's like that. So 3-3-5G. Do 5G when you see a character duck the head or start to crouch. And you can also do 2G, 5G at -3 or better. But -5, you can do 3-3-5G. And it works for -5, -4, -3 as like a buffer when you do 3-3-5G. 2G, 5G can work at -3, -2, -1. And later on, get used to just doing that crouch dash and the standing guard motion in general. It's really good in the neutral. It's good. It's really good in general. Not just when you have to fuzzy guard, but you can do it in the middle, like when you're approaching somebody. When you're +0, it's fine. Not because it's going to fuzzy guard, but because it could fuzzy guard. And because you're moving forward, and you can still defend, but you're moving forward and you can attack. And when you start threatening crouch dash in, attack, crouch dash in, throw, it gets very scary for the opponent.
Round 1. Ready,
Good games, Topaz. Thank you so much.
ring out. Round 2.
Oh, thank you very much, Diva. I was wondering where I'd heard of Topaz before.
Knockout. Round 3. Ready, go!
Good game, Jimmy. Good game. Thank you for the battle, Jimmy. I always love fighting you, my friend.
I want a serious fight.
And I need to train up my Lao too. We need to do lots of Lao training. I've been practicing. I actually practiced Lao today while my son was at music class. And these are Topaz. I really like their wolf. Keep it up. Very good games, Topaz. Yeah. Oh, for Taka, definitely all fuzzy is 335G because Taka's 2G sucks. So for Taka, you definitely want to, and that's the big change that Revo, the latest version, the latest patch, gave Taka the ability to fuzzy guard. Revo gave Taka the ability to fuzzy guard better than before. So Bugal, you definitely want to fuzzy guard with Taka. He's so strong. ECD also. You master those two, Taka can do some real terrifying things when he ducks under highs and even throws. So scary.
Round one. Ready, go! Excellent! Round two. Ready, go! Knockout! Round three. Ready, go!
Oh, almost got the evade here.
Knockout!
Maybe it's guaranteed on side. I thought I got an evade there, but it was probably guaranteed there. I need to figure that out.
Ready, go!
Good game, Joe. That's so much fun. Always fun fighting you.
What a knucklehead!
So much fun fighting you, Joe. Really intense battles with the Brad. Great games, everyone! Yay! I got another #1. My third league in Akai's North American Steam league. On PSN, I'm #1 right now, but I won't be able to play tomorrow. So I think I'll still be #1 at the end of the day tomorrow, but I think the Rock Reaper has a good chance at getting close to catching up. Oh, good games. Thank you very much, Jimmy. Thank you so much, Jimmy. Always so much fun fighting you. Really good battles, my friend. Let's fight some more soon. I gotta go do family stuff, but I always love fighting with you, Jimmy, and I'm really glad you're playing in these leagues here. Good games, and Bugal, good games too. Keep it up, Bugal. Work on the crowd. Work on Fuzzy Guard. Work on ECD. They're gonna be really strong for Taka. Eventually, Fuzzy Guard attack with Taka, you can do P+K. So scary, so scary. I can show you that. I can show it to you right now. I'll show it to you right now. It is the most terrifying thing. Thank you very much, Topaz. All right, so let me show that to you, Bugal, before we go. Right. So now the thing about Taka for me, when I tried to do Fuzzy Guard from 6P, it is actually really the timing is different from normal. want to do that, but it's okay. We'll do it like this. Yeah, ECD is evade crouch dash guard. Yeah, it's really strong. And Taka needs to start doing it with the way that Taka is ever since Revo launched is really scary. So we're gonna set guard and counterattack 5. Okay. Situations first. Practice it with low punch, right? Right. And so if you want to see what it looks like, okay, look at my stick here, right? So I'm gonna do low punch, crouch dash. I'm gonna crouch dash like this, 3-3, which I like to do 3-2-3, like this. And when I see the head pop, I just do standing guard, right? And you can also attack right away if you see the throw whiff. So 6P, 2P is really good to practice too, just as a matter of habit. Just doing this as a habit is really good. Right? Okay, now I want you to master doing that and do the second drill is whenever you see like the throw whiff, I want you to do like, is it PPP guaranteed? Let me see. I don't know Taka that well, so I don't know if it's guaranteed. So is it PPP or just PP guaranteed? Let's set CPU setting normal hit. Okay, only 2, right? But I don't know if he's got like much faster. But just as a beginner, start with punch rushes, right? But I'm going to show you something really cool after this. Really long term. Now, I want you to master, right? Like doing that. Except that I didn't do it well. Right? And I was still late because of how many times it kept doing the mid option. Right? And then, but if you just master doing that, punch rush after that, right? Like that. So you want to master that because that is what you can do. Now, I am going to show you fuzzy guard attack. You need to be good at fuzzy guard and confirming before you do fuzzy guard attack. Fuzzy guard attack is a good option. It's a powerful option, but you want to be able to turn it off because your opponent can punish you for doing it. It's more punishable than fuzzy guard. It is guaranteed, like they have guaranteed punishment for you if you do fuzzy guard attack. But I'm going to show you fuzzy guard attack is scary because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the fuzzy guard, right? And instead of, I'm not going to hold guard, I'm going to tap guard. I'm going to tap guard and then I'm going to do that. So see how when I do this, it's like that. So I'm going to do fuzzy guard, right? And I'm going to, that. Really scary. Really scary. You can see how scary that is. Right? And so if I do it right, you've got combos. Really terrifying combos. And I don't know them with Taka. I know that he's got like 4-6P as like a follow-up. Yeah. So this is going to be insane if they go for throw. Right? So you want to do like this. Right? And I'm doing it wrong because I don't play Taka. But you already know what this means. You can tell how strong this is. And you can do the same thing in neutral when you start seeing them. When you start seeing like that you're going to duck a high, then you can go boom, right? This is ECD. So this is evade into fuzzy guard. Right? And this thing, the thing about this, when you start doing this in a neutral, like let's say, right, let's record this. Let's record this like this. Yeah, no, this is still fine. Okay, so when we start going stuff in the neutral, and we start doing ECD in the neutral, then we might be able to start kind of realizing that they're doing a low, and we might start guarding it like after a while. It's kind of hard to do because I'm not doing the proper training for this, but eventually your brain gets activated and you start seeing animations. and you start capturing a bit more lows, start evading them or being able to react and block them. But you increase the chance that that low poke is not going to work against you. Now, you don't want to do this mindlessly. This is a long-term goal. ECD is way advanced. I don't want you to do that right now. I'm just giving you the idea of why it's so strong. Like in the neutral, it's strong because I'll do like backdash ECD, right? And then I'll just react if I see an attack. But if I see that I duck underneath like a high attack, boom. And later on, duck under a high attack, boom. Really scary. If you duck something really slow, boom, boom, right? Really strong. Now, can you do, technically, you probably could do the fuzzy guard demonstration, but I don't think you can do with, right, that, like this, it's really hard. Yeah, it's really hard to do that one. But this one is pretty easy to do. And you could even do, technically you could do this one, but it, let's see. Yeah. Right? So ECD is just simply evading the fuzzy. Yeah. So fuzzy guard will beat people that, but now this is the thing. Who do you do fuzzy guard against? People that buffer mid or throw. And then what do you do against people that aren't buffering it? You start mashing stuff, like you start doing, like you start just attacking them because they're being slow. But when you get them to buffer, fuzzy guard's very strong. So you want to get good at fuzzy guard. And then what am I doing? Okay. You want to start fuzzy guarding like this. It's tricky because Taka is so slow, it's a little different. Am I doing it random? I think I am. This is, you want to do when they PK punish you, right? Because why? Because a lot of people PK punish all the time. They do it when you whiff. They do it when they block something and they know they've got to punish, but they're not sure. They do it when they block you. They know it's punishable, but they think that they're too slow, so they do PK. The higher up you go, the more people will PK punish you. So PK punish becomes the third situation that you get. That's common. That happens a lot in matches where you can fuzzy guard. Yeah, basically, think of this PK, right? When you get PK punished, let's see. When you get PK punished, look at the frames, right? You're -4. Yeah, you're -4, right? So when you get PK punished, you're -4. That's a fuzzy guard situation. Any situation. Later on, you do it with everything else. It gets more detailed. But fuzzy guard is very powerful. But those are the common situations that make it easy to remember that, like, this is where I should fuzzy guard. Yeah, so keep it up and just build it like a day at a time, or build it a week or a month at a time, honestly. Fuzzy guard's powerful. Taka can now fuzzy guard at -5. That's huge. That's like people jabbing him and it's still fuzzy. Now, should you do that? Up to you. But it is powerful. And if Taka gets good at it, he's very scary because he now has the ability to do P plus K. He can do 4P plus K, right? We already talked about we already talked about this thing. I should talk about what is the weakness of fuzzy guard attack. Fuzzy guard attack, if you pre-buffer, if you do the tap guard into that, fuzzy guard attack is relying on you guarding a mid if they buffered it right away. But what is the weakness? The weakness is that if they do a string, you're going to attack into the string. You're going to block the first part and then you're going to attack mash, so you're going to get hit by the string. Second weakness, if they do an attack that's really slow, you're going to get counter hit by that slow attack. So fuzzy guard attack is weak against somebody doing a big ass swing at you. You know, you don't want to do that. So fuzzy guard attack is something that you bring in situationally. You bring in because you realize the opponent is always buffering and throwing is one of them. But you got to learn how to turn it off against an opponent that knows how to beat fuzzy guard attack. And even an opponent who's accidentally beating fuzzy guard attack, you want to turn it off. So yeah, and you want to get good at just fuzzy guard period. And at the highest levels of play, you're going to have to rely on doing the react thing, where okay, I got the fuzzy guard, I can still do the P plus K, it's just on reaction, but the problem is it's really hard. The timing is very tight. So that's why the fuzzy guard, I do it with fuzzy guard attack as opposed to automatic. But we can practice it actually because it's pretty good. Let's practice. Yeah. Yeah. See, not too bad. So you can do it just on reaction, right? Same thing. And I don't even do the proper. He does more damage with 4-6P now. I just don't do that, right? So. But master doing it manually is the best. If you're asking my opinion, I keep forgetting it's this into this, right? It's like boom, 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 boom. We'll finish it with this. Maybe not. I remember someone saying that there's like that it's pretty strong now if you can do those type of things. So. But yeah. Yeah, so keep it up. Taka can now do fuzzy guard at -5, not just -4. He was always able to do it at -4. So with the style of play that you have, Baba, when you do punch, 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 if the opponent does low punch, that okay, one more lecture. Guard and counterattack 2, right? Let's say you're doing this. You can fuzzy guard right there. Now it's -7, -4. In realistic situations, you usually get recovery hit. They usually recovery hit you with low punch, not counter hit. So most of the time, you can still do like this. But the problem is I guess Taka is so fast he does get counter hit because he's doing like the 3rd attack. But I will say that generally you should be okay if you do a lot of right. So this is like a fuzzy situation. Well, you fuzzy after they hit you, right? So they're low punching, right? The AI can low punch you if you did it. Obviously, this is better. This is like really good. Like I like this sequence so much. But see how Brad is, because I programmed the AI to guard and then low punch. This might actually happen to you in a match. And so what it is watch Brad while I'm doing the 4PP. Don't watch Taka, watch Brad. And you start seeing that low punch animation and you're like, oh, low punch coming in. Oh, low punch coming in, President. And now it doesn't mean that you stop doing this. You still do this, but you start being able to see them low punching you while you're doing your stream. You want to train your eyes to see it. And when you fight against the AI, you can kind of do that, right? So this is one of those awareness things where don't be afraid of getting hit. Be very numb to getting hit. Be able to relax and process doing your options when people hit you. Very powerful. If you get good at that, low punch becomes a lot weaker. Because the scary thing about low punch is not the low punch itself, it's what they do after the low punch. And if you're fuzzy guarding when they don't counter hit you with the low punch, but they hit you, like normal hit or recovery hit, you've covered a lot of bases. Now Taka, he starts punishing fuzzy guard by doing this, right? So by doing low throw. So like if Brad starts doing fuzzy guard, okay, let's see if it works. Okay. Okay. So now we punish it. Right? You want to get good at seeing the opponent doing fuzzy guard. When you can predict it, now you can do this round. Right? This is like the scariest thing to beat low throw, like to beat fuzzy guard. Can you 3-3 PK after fuzzy? It's hard. It's hard. If you do, you'd have to pre-buffer it. And generally, at that point, you're probably not doing 3-3 people's K. 17 frame is really hard to do. Like, it's hard to do just doing 6K as a 17 frame attack. It's doable. It is doable, but it's hard. And generally, 3-3 people's K is not going to work. I think 3-3 people's K is going to build in like a crouch dash, but it might be possible. I couldn't tell you for sure. I could tell you I wouldn't be able to do it on reaction for sure. And pre-buffering it is kind of hard to know. Yeah, it'd be scary if it was easy. It's really hard. So I mean, generally, this one is hard. Like, practice this first, right? This is already hard. This one is like. See, that's really hard to do, right? And it also has that problem. So 17 is really hard to do. I have to do it with like 6Ks, what is the only time I can do it, and that's pre-buffered. That's like fully committed, like fuzzy guard attack, right? But that's 18 frames, too hard, right? Like 18 is hard, 17, but Jeffrey has like a 17 frame knee, right? Jackie has a 17 frame launcher. But yeah. Hey, Miss William. Hope you're doing really good. Good to see you again. It's been a while. I hope you've been having a great weekend. I do have to go. My family we're going to go out, hang out with my parents and with my sister who's in town. But I had a wonderful, wonderful time with everyone here. Yeah, 3-3 people's K is effectively 18 frames because of the crouch dashing. You would have to you'd have to be deep into buffer and 3-3 before, like almost before the buffer, and then do this. Right? Now that said, you can also sustain. Right? That's what if you want to see what my commands. This is a fun thing about VF is commands like this, right? That was not it. So it's kind of fun crouch dash and watch, and then you're like, oh, they like immediately missed the high. But you have to do 3-5-3. 3-2-3 is not going to give this to you. So. Lots of fun. I'm doing really good. Really, really good. But I am going to spend some family time. I'll try to be back on stream later this week, probably on Monday or Tuesday. But Miss William, I hope you have a great Saturday. Hope you have a great Sunday, and I hope to see you soon as well. Well, thank you very much. Real pleasant to have you here. So again, everyone, hope you guys enjoyed that. I had a blast in the Akai leagues. I'm glad I won one of the league battles today. The first one, Panda won the first one, technically their second one, and then I won the third one. Joe though won the first one. It was a lot of fun. Yep. Have a good one. Thank you all for watching the stream. I am gonna send everyone to Tricky. I haven't sent everyone to Tricky in a while, and I know Kai sent people to Tricky. I want to send people to Tricky as well. But we do have a lot of people streaming VF. But let's do Tricky. Cheer on Tricky. They've been doing great. It's great to see them spending a lot more VF time too. So.
Ready, go!
Tell Tricky Chanchai said hi. Tricky just went off with family. Chanchai went to spend time with family, but I was loving it, loving the VF.
Knockout! Round 3.
right, here we go. Everyone, thank you so much. Have a wonderful one, and I'll catch you soon. I'm a big fan. Yeah.
Knockout. Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout.さあ、二度と面見せんじゃねえ。早きこと風のよし、行くぞ。Round 1. Ready?
All right, everyone. Thanks so much.